we looked at the remarkable passage rather briefly, Exodus 32, 33, 34, where Moses comes down from the mountain and the people are in an orgy of idolatry. And Moses prays before God and wants to see more of God's glory. Show me your glory. And God says, I will cause all my goodness to pass in front of you, but you cannot see my face and live. There are 6 major themes in those verses that are picked up here in these verses. You know how when you're dealing with a community that knows a book or a film, you just quote one line and the whole scene comes back to mind? My son, for whatever reason, has a formidable memory when it comes to movies. And so you simply drop in one line and he'll tell you the whole scene. Or you say, do you remember the third film in the Star Wars series where something or other happens? He'll quote the whole thing. He's got this formidable mind for audio-visual recall. What can I say? I don't have it. For people steeped in the Bible, as many as the first readers were, if you read through these verses together, your mind is going to go back to Exodus 32, 33, 34. Let me show you, and we're done. The Word became flesh. The Word became a human being. That's what it means. This Word became something that He wasn't. He already existed. He was God's own agent in creation, but now He becomes a human being and made His dwelling among us. Now, the expression is quite literally, He tabernacled among us. He tabernacled among us. And for anybody with an Old Testament background, you can't help but remember that the tabernacle was what God set up at the time of Sinai. A tabernacle with this special most holy room where only the high priest could go in on behalf of everybody else once a year with the blood of the sacrifices. It was the place where sinners met God. It was the great meeting place between a holy God and sinners, provided for by this blood of the bull and the goat that was brought in by the high priest. It was the great meeting place between God and human beings. And eventually, it's the temple that replaces it. And now in this chapter, we're told the Word became flesh and He tabernacled among us. And in the very next chapter, chapter 2, Jesus insists that He Himself is the temple of God. That is, Jesus insists that He becomes the great meeting place between rebels and this holy God.